Hey friends! Today I'm sharing my experience selling luxury items on eBay. Just to reiterate, this was my experience. Your experience might be similar or different. So here's some background information before we get started. I put these items up for sale on my seasoned eBay account that's got a decent number of good reviews, so I definitely did not come across as a potential scammer to buyers. Here are the items I put up on eBay. The first item was the Louis Vuitton 6-key holder in damier ebene. This item was 2 years old and in excellent condition. The second item was the Louis Vuitton Speedy B 25 in damier azur. This item was 2 years old and in brand new condition. It literally sat in my closet for 2 years and was never used, but that's another story. Okay, now that we have the background information out of the way, here's what I learned. Number 1, small leather goods are more likely to sell. I think because of the lower price point, people are more willing to spend a few $100s as opposed to $1,000. And honestly, I totally get that. Before I priced my items, I considered what I originally paid. I looked at the condition and prices of other listings on eBay and FASHIONPHILE. I also looked on the Louis Vuitton website to see if the item was out of stock or not. And after all that, I decided to price my item at $250 just to see, what happens. After about 2 weeks, nothing. The listing was getting views and a few watchers, but no bids. So I decided to lower the price to $235. So I'm happy to say at this lower price, it got a bid and sold. The buyer promptly paid and I shipped the item and we both lived happily ever after. Okay, just kidding about the happily ever after. But it was a win-win. I received a fast payment and the buyer received their item fast. Now I was feeling pretty good after this. I thought, all right, I can definitely sell this Speedy bag, but I was wrong. Dead wrong. The second thing I learned, people want a good deal on bags regardless of the condition. So let's keep in mind I originally paid $1,483 for the bag and I listed it originally at $1,200. It was brand new, literally never been used, had been sitting in the closet for 2 years. As soon as I listed it, I was getting offers like crazy. $500, $600, $800. The lowballing was truly in full force. And it was very discouraging. Then a few offers would come in at $1,000. Okay, so upfront $1,000 doesn't seem so bad, right? Well, you have to consider the eBay and PayPal fees. I remember figuring that if I were to accept a bid for $1,000, I would get somewhere between $850 and $900. Oh, and I also wanted to mention that a lot of the $1,000 bids that came in were from people with 0 reviews who had only had an eBay account for a few days. And that seemed like a total red flag for potential scammers. In the meantime, people are sending me messages asking for more photos of the bag. Why is the shipping cost so high? And it was getting quite tiring and frustrating because honestly it led to nowhere. In the meantime, I decided to get a quote from FASHIONPHILE just to see, and the quote came back at $850. This was a lot lower than what I had hoped for. But at this point, I was so fed up with the eBay buyers. FASHIONPHILE offered a lower price, but that hassle-free transaction was so appealing. After talking with my husband, I decided to sell the bag to FASHIONPHILE. I got my money pretty quickly after sending the bag in, and the process was completely painless. I'm convinced that if I hadn't sold the bag to FASHIONPHILE, I'd still be dealing with the same headache with eBay buyers. Anyways, that's my experience selling luxury on eBay. Thanks for watching and have a great day.